I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. My body, my choice. That's right. It's your body, it's your choice. When it comes to vaccines, you can decide to not get it, even if you kill other people. When it comes to masks, you can refuse to wear one, even if you kill other people. It's your body, it's your choice. But when you're a woman pregnant in Texas, it's no longer your body or your choice. In fact, your choice was taken away by Governor Greg Abbott. It was banned. That's right. Abortion was banned, and voting's banned, and gun regulations are banned, and teaching history in school is banned. But Greg Abbott has 100% support from the Taliban. Let's talk about the new Texas abortion law. It seems that if you get an abortion and they can detect a fetal heartbeat, which doctors say isn't really a heartbeat, but a fluttering of cells, whatever. So they're saying at 6 weeks, you can't get an abortion. And if you do get one, you can now be sued for getting one at 6 weeks. They made abortion a civil case. Don't you have to prove damages in a civil case? So what did the zygote and the 34 cells in a room do to harm you? Look, there are too many issues with this law. First of all, you can sue the person that drove you to the clinic. Well, ain't that a bitch? Now you're going to have to check not getting abortion before Uber X will show up. You can sue the clinic for 10 grand. You can sue the doctor who did it, but you can't sue the guy that raped the woman and got her pregnant with his little rape baby. The rapist can actually sue the mother for getting rid of the vile drip that the rapist infected her with. And then he can sue for $10,000. Now, personally, though, since this is a medical procedure, shouldn't HIPAA laws apply? What do you think, Marjorie Taylor Greene?
Well, your first question is a violation of my HIPAA rights. You see, with HIPAA rights, we don't have to reveal our medical records.
So it's possible that if you sue a woman in a civil case regarding an abortion, couldn't she charge you criminally for violating her medical privacy? And then you have to go to jail. And when you do your time, you could use the 10 grand abortion settlement to buy cigarettes, and you would own Cell Block D. But let's get to the reality. We live in a world where this year the government admitted that aliens are flying around. Are we really still worried about what a woman does with her body? Can't we really give her her choice? Why is it that when this dingleberry won't get vaccinated, it's his body, his choice? But when she's raped by her uncle, her stepfather, she can be sued, have to pay 10 grand, and pay her rapist legal fees. It's not her body or her choice. Why is it like that? Now, some of you would say, well, she's taking a life. Now, whether a 6-week-old zygote is a life is a medical and theological argument. Or you could just shut the hell up and let the woman make her choice. But this douchebag, infected with COVID, can infect and kill 20 to 30 actual living beings by walking around a Walmart without a mask. And that's my life. That's my wife's life. That's my kids' lives. That's my friend's life. That's your life. Yet I can't sue him. And if one of them dies, I still can't sue him. You know, I wish aliens would just pick up Governor Greg Abbott, take him to the medical lab on the spaceship, and run probe after probe on him to figure out how he got so douchey. And as that alien probe is inserted into his lower El Paso, we could all hear him scream, "My body, my choice!" I'm Christopher Titus. And this, as it was, is the Armageddon Update. Did that make sense to anybody?
But now I noticed.
Didn't stop noticing.
So.
Hi, everybody. Christopher Titus Podcast. Thanks for coming in onto the bickering that usually, rarely actually fills my life with the lovely Bombshell Ray.
What's up, people?
And the Hylinder.
The Hylinder. There can be only one.
Who just enjoys the bickering.
I've been grounded for all this.
I'm just asking to clean up some paper and garbage.
He comes in, Hylinder, go to your room.
I would like everybody to just take little screenshots and send her what the background looked like for the last 6 months. Because now, I don't know why now, because you said something.
But just because
I got something behind my head. And she's like, yeah, what's going on over here?
Because I just noticed it doesn't make it
It's ambiance.
Okay.
It's set dressing.
This is not
It was set dressing. Yeah.
I'm going to put a big landfill behind us and be like, see, this has been here the whole time.
Car parts, I guess.
She doesn't. I mean, it was piled. I was disgusted when I was here last week, and I was like, oh my god! And I came in. I spent 2 hours. I was here till 10 o'clock cleaning this up, and that's just stuff that I'm using currently right now.
I'm cool with car parts. I think that's it's obviously your
what makes me
workbench.
mad is that I'm actually irritated. What makes me mad is that it was like 50 times worse than this, and there was horrible, and that was horrible.
There was old food back there.
There was food. I had a small nest of ferrets.
We polished the compressor. I mean, look how shiny that is.
Come on, son. Abortion. Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah, abortion. Abbott, so DOJ is suing state of Texas, but they're also suing them over the migrant ban. They're suing them over several things. It doesn't seem to be taking, so I don't have a lot of confidence in it.
My favorite joke has been gun safety ban, voting ban, abortion ban, Texas, Taliban. There you go. That's that. I feel so clever. I feel like, look what I did.
I did something creative.
You are clever. Abbott's office made a statement today. They sent out a statement, and it was so like meh, like you kind of. It was something like, we're sorry that President Biden, is spending all of his time trying to cover up the disastrous first days of his office with his failures in Afghanistan and his failures at our open borders, that we actually are taking the time, we're so sorry, to protect the unborn. And it was very like that, and I just thought...
It was a great quote on
wow.
that. Did someone read that recently? So there's a great quote on the unborn, that they're the perfect people to back up because they don't... you read that. Because they don't exist. There's no other way to say it. And then when they're born, you can just move on because there's always going to be more unborn you. Once you're actually alive and a human, we don't give a shit about you anymore. I love Carlin's bit. Someone was bringing up that I have to write a bit about abortion for this new show, and I turned to him as my agent, AG, and I said, dude, how do you do a bit after Carlin did that one? Like at one point you go, well, that subject's off the table. Mm-hmm. Every time George Carlin did a bit, you're like, well, guess I won't be talking about that ever again. Don't you agree? He's got in-depth in so much stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, are you here today? Are you even here today? You seem so like, hey, what's up? Hey.
Yes, shitty. My face, as you can probably tell,
Mr.
I am casting shadows with the stuff that's happening under my eyes. This right here, I had to cover it. It was purple.
If anybody has any ideas on inflammation, we don't know why, but it's one side, right? It's one side.
Allergies, inflammation.
Like when my one butt cheek blew up.
It's like it makes your head feel like it's filled with cotton and your eyesight's a little bit blurry. Do you ever have this when you're having an allergy?
Is that the side you sleep on?
No, I go back and forth.
Most of the time, though, you sleep facing away from me.
Are you a righty or lefty?
That's a choice.
Just wondering if that's...
I don't know. I'm both. I go back and forth. I flip literally 50-50.
I slept on my left side last night, mostly behind you.
I'm an ambidextrous sleeper. I just sleep both sides.
Usually we just flip, like spoons, the both dogs, and then we do too. But I think I don't know what's going on, but it makes you feel slow and very far away from everyone. So yes. Anything else?
Are you
Any
taking
more
anything?
Questions?
Yes. Oh, yes. I want to say I think you look great.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Wow, this is a move. Do you hear what so when that tone, I wake up in the morning. Good morning, man. Good morning to you. Ah, shit.
What did you dream about?
Exactly.
I don't have weird dreams like that where I'm upset about them, but he does. And he'll keep bringing it up, and I finally will say, I wasn't there. I didn't do that.
Oh,
it was
you
a
were
dream.
there. Oh, you were there.
No, I wasn't. I was asleep next to you.
Yeah, whatever.
You dream
almost
so
did it in the waking
rarely.
time.
I knew I had relationships that were that psycho, though, where someone would be literally wake up angry about a dream they had about something I never did. That was the worst relationship ever, because you're like, I don't even know how to approach this.
Yeah, and
except you're fucking nuts.
I could see like they'll interpret it like, hey, you're doing something in the waking life that triggered that. So it's still, you still effed up.
Well,
isn't that weird?
But also, what about the whole theory that people that accuse you of cheating are the ones that are cheating? And
it's not a theory. I found it true pretty much across the board.
Yes, you have. And you always got accused of it. And turns out you were always being cheated on. So wouldn't it then be if the person is dreaming about it, it's because, does it work that way for dreams too?
I don't know. I don't know how dreams work anyway.
You
no
dream
one,
rarely.
No one can even prove
where you remember
lately.
it.
It's been a lot. I thought about this also. I've been dreaming a lot lately.
I've been putting drugs in your coffee more often.
Thank you, because man, I feel like I'm busy all the time now. I'm having no REM sleep at all. I always wake up like and then I go back to sleep. So it's good. It's good. My heart's getting worked out. I appreciate you helping me.
Thank you.
So it's the abortion ban. So here's what they did with it. We talked about this last week, didn't we? We talked about the abortion ban last week. The good news is Merrick Garland, by the way, is he a disappointment to anybody else? Or do we just, or is he just not really vocal about what he's doing behind the scenes to get these guys?
That's what I'm hoping. But I sure would love somebody bombastic that came out and just
mother effed him.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about Donald Trump. The reason why anything happened is because he didn't give a shit about convention or procedure or law, and he just did it or told his people to do it, and he got away with it. And so there is something where you feel like, I want him to do something about something. There's no quantifiable results yet. You couldn't say, well, he's done this and closed this case, and this is there in jail, and this has been, we don't, even with the January 6th, I mean, nobody's being charged with.
Not yet, but they would. So here's what happened this week is Kevin McCarthy and all the guys that were there at the insurrection Mo Brooks wearing fucking a tactical vest. Under his shirt, he's wearing a tactical vest. What did you think was going to happen, dude?
Yeah.
Like, how many times do you go to the, we're having a march. Yeah, I'm going to put my tactical gear on. What? Why? So what did he know? So all those guys' phone records, they're supposed to come out today. This is Thursday. So they're supposed to be pulling all their records. They have to be delivered by today. But they all wrote a letter to the telecom companies, Kevin McCarthy and all that guys who were involved in the attempted takeover of the country, and told the companies, you can't pull our phone records. Can't pull our phone records. We don't give you permission to pull our phone records. Is everybody this dumb?
But that's what I mean.
Because even a 4-year-old knows not to go, Mom, don't look in the cookie jar. I didn't eat any cookies.
But they all learned. That's not what they're doing, though. They all learned from Trump. That's what I'm talking about. They learned because used to lawmakers, they at least tried to make it look like they were following the law.
Right.
But now they know that if they write this letter, they muddy the waters. They slow things down. They make people go, hold on, wait a minute. We may have to litigate this. We may need for you to... It's like, that's all they're doing. That's what Trump did. He would just threaten people.
And it works. I mean, it works because Trump's he's out of office. He's got away with the January 6th thing. He's got away with inciting a riot. He's got away with basically all the money that got grifted. He's currently grifting again. They sent out he's going to do another rally. He's grifting. They sent out a rally regarding something. I don't know if it was the Robert E. Lee statue that got taken down. And then he actually asked for money. Literally one email. We're going to do this. Yeah, these liberals can't blah, blah, blah. And please send me more money.
What is he rallying for 2024? Is that what his whole thing is still?
He has not announced, and I don't know if he is. You think he's going to?
What is he, then what's it for?
He's made about $300 million in donations. That's all the guy cares about. So I will guarantee you this. I'm betting on this. You want to bet? Do anybody want to you want to bet me $100? You think he's going to run again?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You think he'll run in 2024?
I think he's a narcissist. How can he not?
Okay.
Him saying, no, I'm not going to run again would be like him admitting that he can't win or defeat.
I bet. Okay. So $100. I bet you he does not run. And I bet you he doesn't. He's not. He's going to wait till 2023 to tell us. He will not run, but he will raise, by then he'll have raised $500 million in donations. He's already at $280 billion from these rubes that send him money. Like, why would you, like Monorail? This is the guy. Uh-huh. He's the most thorough con man we've ever had. He says shit. He said if Robert E. Lee, right? Not Robert Lee, right? Robert E. Lee. That's the statue they took down. Yeah. He said if he was in charge of Afghanistan, it would have been fine. What?
I'll say.
Yeah, exactly. Finally, I say these Afghanis have got to go. Women ain't wearing nothing around their heads. They're pretty girls. Let them go.
He doesn't even know who Robert E. Lee is. He's never read a book before in his life. It's just, he just talks out of his ass, which his face looks a lot like.
But I hear Frederick Douglass is doing great things. That's what he said. About this ban. So the problem with all of this, guys, is that what they did is they did an end run. We talked about this. Did we talk about this last week?
Mm-hmm, we did.
Did an end run around you can sue women civilly.
Oh yeah, we did.
So I thought of something today in the Armageddon Update, though, and this is your criminal one. If it's against HIPAA laws to reveal your medical information, to give your medical information away, couldn't someone who sued a woman who had an abortion also be charged with violating HIPAA laws and go to jail for that and be charged.
Anyone who released information about it
could be sued.
Would be violating HIPAA. Yes, they couldn't. How could they prove that you did it? That it would be hearsay.
Right, 100% hearsay. Unless they have to do, they'd have to have a small baggie full of fetal tissue and go, ha! Here you go. Those are stem cells. What are you doing?
Question.
Yeah.
Why?
Rachel just left to go pick something up, by the way.
So speaking of on the men's side,
right?
How won't this make women want to have sex less?
Yes.
So
yes.
I
and
don't
none
understand.
of us want that. I know. Also, it's going to make them more discerning. Guess who's not going to get laid?
Right.
Dad body guys, guys who don't really have it going on, guys without jobs. I mean, the unemployed good-looking dude, fucking over right now.
Yeah.
Or they're going to start suing women they've had sex with for having abortions.
And then to
by the
line
way,
their pockets and then to work up the okay. Oh, wow. This is a really...
It's an enterprise. At this point, it's a new business. We're just going to sign up. Trust me, there's going to be...
This is a real long game.
Dude, trust me, in Texas, there will be a lawyer that comes out and comes out and goes, hi, do you know someone who's had an abortion? Do you want to make 10 grand? Do you want them to pay your legal fees? Call me. Accidentes? No condom. So I think that we are in I've just never been in a crazier time in America. If you look at people who won't get vaccinated, my body, my choice, they keep saying it over and over. Originally, it was set as okay, my body, my choice. They're making fun of the abortion protesters, the anti-abortion protesters, and now they won't do it and they're taking it serious. But it's almost like double irony. How do you fucking reverse the irony that far where you're like, yeah, my body, my choice. Yeah, and they just passed the anti-abortion law. Her body, her choice, right? No,
like you
wait,
just said,
no,
like,
wait, yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah. Like you making fun of us, but so that you agree now?
You have a post on Facebook saying the same thing from today.
So you agree now, right?
right.
And they don't. And they're like, no, it's different. I also wanted to point out that...
Just change the hashtag.
So if they say my body, my choice, you say, well, it's different because women who are having abortions, you have more.
Are you
juice.
okay? Did you hurt yourself coming in here?
Would you trip?
You just rolled in.
Alpha chick wearing a mask. By the way, guys, you want to get an alpha chick mask?
You can't.
Oh, you can't anymore? Why?
Because
it's a hoax.
Out.
Oh,
I forgot.
Listen, I just went and got juice delivered.
Because we're having a juice fest. Having a juice fest,
listen,
going to be fun.
There are
pooping
6
myself out.
Cop cars lined up, blocking our gate, flashing in the streets. Some are in the streets holding on with their hand resting on their weapon.
Which house?
2 are the Clumsy's apartment building. The upstairs
Sneezy's
right side.
Sneezy was killed.
Clumsy, sneezy, right? Sleepy. Sleepy. We haven't heard from him at all.
His gun went off.
So there's something going on. So I just locked the door.
We have the studio, the soundstage. It's a literal soundstage. Is across the street from this neighborhood that has slowly gone downhill.
Really?
Maybe
Was
not
it
slowly.
the murder?
It was like, it took us immediate.
It started, yeah, you're right. It just was like the bottom dropped out.
It was great. And then Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
And then it was like, clumsy, man. The clumsy people were fine. It's the house on the corner where it's becoming, it's the most obvious drug deals going on every day.
Well, it's a home, but yet it's homeless. It's like a homeless home. There's like a tents but there's a house right there.
It's almost like they brought it. I like the old look. I like the look of blue tarps and empty boxes.
Real rustic feel.
Put everything out front and let's have people passing out on the dirt that used to be lawn.
Yeah. Gather up all the old bikes and all the crates.
How many bikes can we steal and then leave them out
upside
front?
down?
Yeah. And then the problem is that now there's like you can just sit out there, sit on the steps and just watch. Car will pull up. Tinted windows, crappy car, hoopty with tinted windows. People will get out.
Yep.
Or a guy will walk over, drop something in the window. They drive away.
Yeah.
When we pull, where's the LAPD at this point?
Well, they're all here now, and I was standing there getting my juices. So
this is happening right now as we're talking.
In my high tops, very eager, and the one cop
and sprinted on the heels.
Got out. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was a man or a woman, but this officer looked at me with their hand like this and just went like that.
Keep talking.
Well, don't go out there.
Did you see the property next door? Okay, so the cops are here, but who knows about that? But the property next door is getting demolished.
I did see that. I wondered who died there.
Right, everybody. It looks like Afghanistan over there.
They're destroying. So for those of you that are coming to the show on the 25th, wear your tactical vest like Mo Brooks did. Nope.
And a hard hat.
We got a lot going on here today.
It felt like the house I grew up in. Like there's a lot of like boosh, boosh.
Really?
Remember like all day yesterday?
What was the building? I had to stop and run and chase Groucho because you had the door open. It's been a whole debacle.
Okay.
What was the building that's being demolished next door?
It's
and
gone.
What's happening outside?
They did it in a day. So there's only 2 cop cars now. Looks like everything's calming down. Whatever did happen, either they took the perps away, or they're still doing it. But there's a lot of people out there, and the workers are out there. So what happened yesterday? You weren't raised in such a screwed up life. So you won't know. Yesterday we're hearing they're taking a building down. It was like 2-story building. It's coming down.
We thought this building they forgot and they were trying to take this building down.
Yeah, because they would go. The whole place would go. Boom, boom, boom.
Did
that was
they
happening all day.
blow it up?
No, they just knocking dead. I think they had a big tractor, and I was getting really tense. And then he comes in and goes, you know what? You know what it feels like? When I was growing up as a kid and you'd hear upstairs boom, like there was a fight going on when Dad was mad. And I was like, that's it.
Yes. We
both went. We shared in our horrible upbringings.
A little heart palpitation happened.
Yes, that's why I'm stressed because I believe that Dad's about to come out and rip my ass because he's drunk.
Dad's here. Oh.
Yeah. That's what it felt like.
He's on the warpath.
Sad. We hugged.
My
cried.
parents would have like maybe half a glass of wine on Valentine's Day. That's the only time I ever saw them drink when I was growing up.
So traumatic for you.
Wow.
I've convinced my dad to drink since then. When I go to his house.
Good for you.
Thank you.
There's a level that can
He
help.
actually said he couldn't because of his heart, and I was like, "Oh, you can." Yeah. Because that's what I do.
It's good for your heart.
And my stepmother too. I got her to, I figured they would be able to like each other better if they just had a little bit of vino. No.
Man.
But my dad cares less after, so that's my contribution, not tribute to him.
I don't know what today's about, man. I think we covered the abortion thing last week. We just covered some stuff that I think there's more laws available in suing the people that are trying to sue you for having an abortion based on privacy laws and stuff. There's probably all it's going to take is someone to counter it with.
It's just another muddy the water thing, right? So anyone. Like, technically, it's civil, it's not criminal. So technically, Roe v. Wade is still in effect, but no one is going to perform the procedures because they're afraid of being sued. So it's shut it down in a weird way, but I don't know. I muddies the waters. People just stop because they don't want to get sued. It's how Donald Trump did everything. It's how the Republicans
Can I
do
be really
now.
clear about something? I want to be clear because I think I'm kind of hedging because I'm afraid someone's going to get mad. I honestly don't care. I care but no man should have a fucking opinion about what a woman does. I really don't agree with that. I don't agree that all these white men are getting involved in women's personal shit. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Again, there was a great comic. Tim
there's
Wiggins.
Larry Elder. He's black, and he said that he would do the same thing here in California if he wins this recall.
But it's
so you'd be able to check the DNA on the child. So why isn't the man also getting penalized for this act?
Exactly.
Right? You'd know who it is.
I don't think you have this kind of time. And welcome to the party. Finally,
well,
yes.
I'm stating the
but
obvious.
That's what I think.
However.
So all right. So every guy, you want to stop the law tomorrow? You want to make it? You just say, all right. The man who actually got her and impregnated her, he's also $10,000. He also pays $10,000. You do that? You want to talk about? You want to close every bar in Texas?
Well, that's why it's easy to enforce, because the majority of people enforcing it are male, and it couldn't possibly hurt them whatsoever. Women are so easy to oppress.
But we were talking about this while you were out.
Pipe down. I'm talking to Ken.
Yeah. About the why?
That's a good look. Frightening look. That's a good look.
Yeah.
Also, this is what I was thinking today, that I'm always talking about how Republicans and conservatives are undermining their own arguments.
Yep, constantly.
And they do this. There's so many, like, number one, I thought the Constitution was really important. Remember 2A? No.
Oh wait, abortion's actually a constitutional right.
Yeah,
it's actually
it is.
Yeah. But the Constitution, you're a constitutionalist, then aren't you following the Constitution?
No.
Why not? Though?
So that, and also I am looking for the conservative women and or Republican women to at minimum stand up and say it's not okay in cases of incest or rape. Like, where are you on that? Why is not one person standing up? And we're supposed to believe that just Democratic women, big D, Democratic women get abortions. None of them. None of those.
No, only Democratic women and mistresses of Republican lawmakers. That's we're finding that's pretty much 99% of all abortions.
I'm just saying, like, where are the women that are standing up and going, okay, this isn't okay? Or why don't men carry any liability? You know, for me to actually go, okay, you're at least thinking through this argument. You're at least trying to get to something with it instead of just being partisan. Oh, no, every single person is just voting party. I
love that. Why don't men carry any liability? That's 100% the truth. If again, you want to stop the law, make sure you charge every guy that woman was with $10,000 if she has, sorry, you were party to it, you didn't stop it.
This isn't the apocalypse. Like, we're running out of people.
Right.
It's like, well, hey, thank God one got made. Don't kill it. Let's keep going.
Couldn't you argue that he was liable and involved because he was a party to the action?
Yeah, party to you 100%.
So maybe that's what we should
do.
We should just start suing every man that's involved.
When are you guys going to kill us?
Yeah,
that's the question.
Like, honestly,
when are you going to rise up?
They're like 52% of the population now for legit. When are they just going to kill it? It's going to happen. Women are just going to run.
We keep asking for it.
There's just going to be a mass. What happened? Died in his sleep. And you're all going to talk like that too. Died in his sleep. He fell. It just everything.
I turn like this. He turns like that. Bam.
There's no men on the news except for Anderson Cooper because they let him live because he's gay. They're just like, well, a lot of men died. 130 million men died in their sleep last night in an incredible coincidence.
Menacide happened.
Menacide. That would happen.
That's it. That's the new movie. Menacide.
I think a bunch of women, I think we all need to get together and sue the men involved, all the men involved, because you can sue anyone that's party to an abortion. So I think a bunch of men should start being sued for it.
Because here's the thing. Let's say the case was thrown out. They would still have to hire an attorney. They'd have to do all that work. It's still just the hassle alone. Men, they hate hassle. Just the hassle alone would stop it. I agree. All you women, any woman who in Texas who is like, what is going on? If any of this happens, I want you instantly sue the man that was involved. Sue the man that was involved. I just don't get it, man. I just don't understand.
And they didn't say that the woman that got the abortion couldn't also sue people involved. So any woman that gets sued for this should in turn sue the guy who impregnated you, who wasn't good enough for you to want to have his
for
child.
10,001.
Right. Yeah, if he had a better job, was a better human
personality.
Right. Personality. Yeah. Right.
But nobody's standing up about rape or incest. Nobody.
Well,
You're giving rapists rights to have custody. No, not to sue you.
No.
You're giving rapists rights to share custody of the baby created during rape. You are creating a situation where for the rest of that woman's life, she has to share custody. And then after the child's 18, still have this baby and hear about and see this man who raped you, even if it's your uncle, your brother, your stepdad.
Wow, wait, hold on. Governor Abbott said that we're going to do everything we can to stop rape 100%. Here's the problem with that. Most women do not, if it's their dad, their stepfather, their uncle, someone who rapes them, some dipshit, they don't tell people. Most of the time, they don't tell people. Like, there's so many, because then women are drugged through this horrible, like, what did you do? You were at the bar with him. Do you know there's a law in Texas that guys have got off on rape because the woman got in the car with them?
I'm so glad that Abbott said that we're going to get rid of all the rapists, and I don't know why we didn't think of that before.
Yeah, she said that. She goes, yeah. Oh, now? Oh, you didn't think?
We couldn't figure it out the past 4 million years.
Wait, hold on.
We didn't think of that.
Wait, okay, so it's 2021. Raping's been going on a while. What if we stop that?
Right.
Whoa. Governor Abbott, thank you for stepping up and coming up with something that nobody thought of.
Really brilliant.
While we're at it, don't steal. Let's just don't steal, right? Or don't
that Bible
kill.
They keep quoting about? I think it's in there. Have they read that? I don't think they've read it. All these, I don't think they've really read. There's 10 rules. Yeah, that's what we need to do. Put 10 rules in the Bible, stuff you can't do.
Right, that's a great idea.
Rape would be good.
And then we're
no
good.
Stealing. And then we're good. It would fix everything.
And the other thing is, I
Kill
wish
the firstborn, and then
I wish that they
blood on the doorknob
would
thing,
pay
whatever that is.
attention
That's
to
good.
any of the other parts of that Bible that
Keep
doesn't
going.
specifically say anything about abortion. So
Yeah, there is no thing in the Bible that says about abortion. It's not
maybe we should update the Bible. Doesn't it need an update?
2.0, Bible 2.0.
Yeah.
that was the New Testament. That was the update.
The New Testament.
The really New Testament.
I Testament.
Okay, this time we got it right. That's what we call it. The Testament that we finally fixed it. The Bible was, interesting. It's an interesting weapon that is used very conveniently for a lot of people.
Selectively.
Yes, it's very, very select. They were talking about how masks, that it's against God, except in Leviticus it flat out says that if you are a disease, to cover the lower part of your face.
They wear
leave
for
your
the
hair
sand, right? In that
Well, actually,
area?
during Old Testament times, when someone was diseased, and there's a whole list of different,
Rip their clothes.
skin diseases, viruses,
Leprosy.
illness. Oh my God! Let me finish a sentence. I don't need
Flu.
help. I don't need help. They would make them leave the camp for 7 days. They would have to leave, go away, remove themselves from the. Basically, it was OG
Psoriasis.
quarantining.
Psoriasis.
This is a FEMA camp you're talking about?
But it's in Leviticus.
The person would have to remove themselves from the
Yeah.
population.
Right, so you'd have to quarantine. You have to cover the lower part of your face. Clothes would have to be ripped to designate you that you were that you had disease, and then you had to stay away till you're better. So actually, quarantine and masks are in the Bible, and you guys are saying it's against God. There was a woman yesterday. There was a kid, and we have too much information, man. There's too much information. Video taking at a city council meeting. Kid was talking about, he has a mask on. He's saying people need to wear their masks. You need to do it. My grandmother died because someone wouldn't wear a mask at a gathering she had. So she died. She's dead now. 2 women behind him are holding signs that said, "Let our kids smile." Oh, behind the kid who's talking about losing his grandma. And
Jesus Christ.
When did we become this, and by the way, I guess I'm part of it, but we are just such assholes now. No one gives a shit about each other. No one wants to make it better. It's more like owning each other. When did we become, especially now, we're getting close to 700,000 dead just in America.
Just in Florida.
Just Florida's trying to beat the entire thing. Yeah. They're trying to beat the entire country, but I just don't understand when. Listen, look, insulting, fucking roasting each other, that's fine. But this whole fucking thing where no matter how wrong you are, you just come back harder is crazy. They're still doing shit next door.
Yeah.
You hear that banging people? They're taking the building down next door.
This place is so well that could be an explosion. It's so
True,
well
that's
insulated.
true. With
here.
the cops outside, it might be. It might be. There might be a total like an insurrection going down across the street. Clumsy's boys are coming back. So we've lost our way. I think we've lost our way, and it doesn't seem to be getting better. Now they're getting ready for an attack. They're putting the fences back up around the White House for the 18th, September 18th. They're going to be doing a protest.
Who said that? My Pillow guy?
No,
he said that date?
Oh, no. It was announced yesterday. They're putting the fences back up around the Capitol for the 18th because there's a bunch of people that are doing a protest to support the people that were arrested during the insurrection. They're actually backing up the people that tried to overthrow the government.
They're doing an insurrection for the insurrection? Is that
what
they're
they
doing?
don't quite understand.
There's a whole new Ashley Babbitt is the martyr now.
Yeah.
And they all think that the officer that killed her should, pay some sort of price, and she's sort of the one that's on the posters now. Even though there was already a documentary done during that documentary, her brother, he was one of the people they interviewed, and he very clearly said she was guilty.
She was breaking the law.
He was embarrassed. He was sorry for what she'd done. Yeah, it's like...
And he kept saying, we don't know what happened to her. We don't know why she went this way. And so now, but here's what people don't quite understand about Biden. You can say Biden's a lefty. You can say he's a liberal. But Biden's also pretty tough. You got to remember, he's the guy who's like, I'll take Trump behind the woodshed and beat his ass. He said that on the mic.
I mean, it takes him a while to lace up his gloves.
Yeah, he does. It does.
Like...
But even today when we were just listening to the speech before we started the podcast, where he basically said, You people that refuse to get vaccinated, we've been very patient with you. We are losing our patience. And he just mandated that everybody, any company with employees over 100, everybody has to get vaccinated or test every 72 hours.
And all federal employees. So they said that he's now affected about 75% of the workforce.
Right. So if you show up on the 18th and you actually believe that this time there's not going to be National Guard and Army waiting for you, you're mistaken. You're fucking mistaken. Try to do it again. And we have, and I keep seeing, what I'm seeing more of lately is these people talking shit about, yeah, man, Second Amendment, we're going to take it on. Are you? Are you really? To the Predator drone? Are you going to take on are you going to take on the MRAP that's going to roll down the street and fuck you up? Because your F-150 ain't going to stand up to that tank, by the way.
You will get vaporized. With a button.
Like as I said in my one bit, they have a laser in a satellite that will give you a proctology exam in your kitchen from space. And what are you doing?
They will do it from a desk in NORAD.
They're not. There's a 19-year-old going like, he's like, got this. Oh, look at that guy. God, he's fat. Okay, I'm gonna put this right underneath the tactical vest.
Target acquired.
Vaporized. Okay, let's go. And let's come around. Okay, do them. It's over. It's
Location
over.
on Sturgis Biker.
By the way, these guys are invading the Capitol, so I've got them on the Predator drone, remote control drone, and that guy exploded. That guy exploded all over. Look, look at this guy. Okay, all right, this guy's trying to climb into the Capitol, and no more head. Okay, how many points am I getting on this? Is this real? This guy. Okay,
I leveled up.
I'm just saying that it's. I don't understand the level of stupid it takes to think like that is pretty crazy. The level of stupid it takes. We have 4 billion shots in people. 4 billion at this point. The people, even the kids that had myocarditis. Do you guys know? We've talked about this. Myocarditis. If you rest for a month, it goes away. You get some antibiotics. It doesn't kill you. It's just it's a heart inflammation, like face inflammation, like a reaction that goes away. It doesn't kill you.
I thought that was when I couldn't pay my credit card bill.
It's my carditis. It doesn't work. It's called my carditis. My card doesn't work. My carditis. It's chronic for me for a while. When I was married to my ex, it was chronic. What do you mean there's no money? So there's been there's 3,000 cases out of 4 billion shots, and you guys won't take the vaccine. He's right. I'm done with stupid. Howard Stern, of all people, and Howard Stern has the bro base audience. He just sat out and said, "Fuck them." He goes, "Fuck them. Fuck your freedom. I want my freedom back. Get vaccinated." He said that on the radio. Fuck him. And
nice.
Yeah, that's what I said.
All right.
Yeah, when Howard Stern, when you finally got a guy who one of his big audiences was bros, and he was like, "Fuck you guys, get vaccinated, you assholes."
Meanwhile, Joe Rogan is like, you can just take it with herbal supplements, and I took some vitamins.
Well, he said that. He said he was thinking of suing. Joe Rogan came on and he said he's thinking of suing Jim Acosta for saying he was taking horse dewormer because he took ivermectin. He said, "I took a medical dose of it. I took a medical dose." And then he said,
"Who said?"
Joe Rogan. He said he was thinking of suing. He asked Tom Segura on his show, should he sue Jim Acosta for saying that he was taking horse dewormer.
That's what it is, that though.
But here's some more.
Joe Rogan asked, should he sue Jim Acosta?
Yeah.
For reporting that he
said that
put on his social media that he was taking horse dewormer?
Yeah.
Why would he sue him?
Slander?
He just repeated
because it's a medical dose. It's not horse. It's not from a feed store. That's what he was saying.
So he's embarrassed. So he's got embarrassed.
So
obviously,
here's some update on ivermectin, which made me laugh so hard for a while that I had to pull my car over. Ivermectin in 85, whether it's medical grade or horse grade, you gotta pick one. 85% of all men who take ivermectin, 85 become sterile. No matter what dose,
and some percentage of them become flaccid.
Yeah, never. It won't work.
For a long period of time.
That's what I said. It up. I said, guys, keep taking ivermectin. We will edit the
abortion problem solved.
There's a lot less illegal stuff. Attorneys in Texas are like, no. So not only that, but they said that the sperm motility is bad. Sperm has 2 heads, multiple tails.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
What is that? They were saying
what
that.
is 2-headed sperm going to create?
Well, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I mean, you got 2 morons trying to break the egg. It's like ding, 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 ding. It's just you got to time it out. They have to work together.
That's not a Siamese person. That's not a with
no. Yes, because everybody looks like sperm. That's right. Whatever sperm makes you, that's what sperm you look like.
Into that.
Some
Multiple
people
tails.
do look like sperm. Have you seen him with his hat off? he really does.
Damn you! God damn, we just lost that. That's another third we lost on the podcast. And besides that, if you get COVID, they're saying that 80% of people who get COVID, men that get COVID, have erectile dysfunction problems for the rest of their lives, possibly. But it's like
I believe
80%.
in God now.
Man.
This is all working in women's favor.
Wow.
So.
Yes, at one point. Yeah.
Wait,
by the way, they didn't have to
plan?
kill us. They didn't have to kill us.
Is this Project
Wait
Adventure?
a minute. Is this? Yeah.
Did you
You'll
start?
kill yourself. Yeah, exactly.
Make it think that they had a choice. They chose their own death.
Yep.
I just love it. I just love that you guys have edited yourself out. You guys are one by one editing yourself out of the gene pool. It's almost like you start to really believe in Darwinism, because eventually the planet, look, every ecosystem, eventually if someone starts to get too big and take over, the Mother Nature seems to take it out. And we are 8 billion of us. A lot of us are dumb as fuck. And I think it's time this virus is like, you know what? You people, we're going to give you 2 things. We're going to give you the virus, and then we're going to give you a vaccine. So you smart people get to be around. It's literally going to take the stupid
That's the
down.
thing that people don't get. Like, especially, you don't believe in a higher power, but I just feel like you're never going to win against Mother Nature.
Right.
Period.
It's always a balance.
We see this. We have been seeing this a lot lately.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're going to not leave for Hurricane Ida? Okay. All right.
We're going to ride it out. Listen, I got 14 pieces of plywood, and we are going to ride it out.
You were going to literally ride it out.
Yeah, you're going
okay,
to
buddy?
But also, how crazy is it? So we continue to abuse the planet, and we've been warned multiple times. So
For years.
when have you seen a hurricane hit New Orleans and then like a day or 2 later kill people in New Jersey and New York?
Did you see that?
How is that flooding? How is that usually it hits land and slows down and dies.
Yeah.
Because it loses power when it's not over water. How is that even possible? Did you see the subway? The videos of what was happening on the subway?
Yeah, it was. I have family on the East Coast,
Oh,
and
that's
they're
right.
just a flurry of text messages with photos like, "Holy shit, the
Water
parking lot is gone."
pouring out of the ceiling.
Did you
of
see
the
the
subway.
baseball? The baseball field was like this deep in water. Like I've never seen anything like it. And did you know that there was reports done on climate change in the 1876? They started researching in 1876. In the 1900s, they said they're definitely
Say this as Dennis because I'm hearing it as
by the way,
Dennis.
so the studies have been going on. Listen, climate change was discovered. Climate change discovered in the 1800s. Climate change discovered. Covered.
Please just leave it at 1876, which is part of why I was hearing Dennis. 1676 would be better.
They didn't even have science back then, and they knew about climate change.
Pretty sure they had science.
Experiments in the 1800s. I mean, okay, I'll read it. I will read it as I would read it if I was Dennis. In the 1800s, experiments suggesting that human-produced carbon dioxide, CO2, and other gases could collect in the atmosphere and insulate Earth were met with more curiosity than concern. By the late 1950s, CO2 readings would offer some of the first data to corroborate the global warming theory. So this has been going on for a while. We've been stupid much longer than you can imagine.
Thank you. Oh, I knew that. Yeah. That's what I'm saying though. We're never going to win. You're just not going to win. You can try, but you're right. There is evidence of survival of the fittest. And really, maybe none will survive if this keeps going the way it's going.
As we saw with this thing that just happened. I mean, Ida was crazy. I mean, New Orleans was devastated again.
But here's the thing with COVID, though. The stupid are affecting the non-stupid. That's where that's where I draw the line.
That's where the bullshit is. It's not your body, your choice. You're fucking up my body, my family's body, my kid's body. Fuck you.
You can go ahead and be a fucking idiot.
Right.
Stick forks in outlets and do your dumb shit.
Right.
Kill yourself.
Right.
Go ahead.
But you're killing me too.
Exactly.
And you're killing my grandma and my grandpa. So it's not your body, your choice. It's all of us, asshole.
Right.
That's how I feel about it. But I've never seen, so Ida is destroyed. Here's why it doesn't feel different. Because remember when Hurricane Katrina hit? We were stunned.
Yes.
We were locked to the TV, watching people carrying their big screen, swimming across. That was crazy. I got what's important. Just a guy walking with a green. I'll never forget that giant screen TV.
I'm on the news.
He's this deep in water.
Are you talking? Wasn't
Katrina.
the videos of people carrying big screens? Those were looters.
Was it?
Yeah.
But they were this
The
way in
famous
water.
videos and pictures were because I lived there during that time in Louisiana, and it was because there were some people, much like in Norman Rockwell, where you said, "Hey, nobody's watching the Lexus dealership."
Yeah, right.
Instead of then moving them and their families to safety, they thought, "Hey, nobody's watching the Best Buy," and they went and got big
I thought
screen
they just had
But it was
Stay.
really funny to watch them being caught by the news chopper.
They just had to keep up with the news to see what was going on.
Yes.
I'm trying to stay informed.
For
What's going on
safety.
with this
And
area?
I need
Yes.
80 inches of TV to
Yes.
do it. But I've never seen. So every year we are so used to when I was let's say 20 years ago, when I was doing comedy 25 years ago, I'd be on the road, and when I would go to Florida, I was always a little nervous. August, September, about possible hurricane, but it was never crazy. Now we have 3 to 4 year, and we don't even think about it. It's just hurricane season. 25 years ago, sometimes there wasn't one.
Well, Lake Tahoe is on fire, which is very close to our cabin, and
Yep.
it's been on fire for 2 months.
Yeah, we forgot
3
about it.
months,
Yep.
and we're not even talking about it. So then, when you said this fire is out of control last night, I said it's still going. They just moved. The news cycle moved on, but they can't contain it, and it's spreading towards where our house is.
Well, I just talked to the guy today. He said we're still far away from it. He goes, we've only had a couple days of smoke. I'm like, you don't even sound like you're concerned at all. Like there's no concern. Like only a couple days of smoke, so it's not there yet. I looked at where it's going. But if you look at it, we got the West Coast is on fire. The East Coast is underwater. The South is dying because of freedom. And no one's paying attention. It just seems
So
like
even Mother Nature learned from Trump. Like, oh, this is how to fuck shit up. Just keep.
But look, this is the same thing: survival of the fittest, right? So all of these Republicans and conservatives, they won't get the vaccine. They won't wear a mask.
Don't believe in climate
they're
change.
the ones that are dying. If you look at the numbers percentage-wise, it's drastic. And like I told you last month, it was like 3 weeks ago, Florida deaths from COVID surpassed the margin that DeSantis won by. So I wonder about Abbott. So all of these politicians, they don't think things through. You need to keep your voters alive.
Right.
So if you're trying to go rogue and tell all the people that like you and that like Trump, don't wear a mask and don't get the vaccine, even though you got it, DeSantis got it, Abbott
So did
had
Abbott.
it.
Yep.
If you're doing that, you're not even thinking, oh, you're going to kill all your voters, which is why I think Donald Trump finally came out and told people to take the shot, and they booed him. But I think he didn't figure it out, but I think someone who's conniving and evil, like Stephen Miller. Said, dude, like all our people are dying. Money's down.
They're not,
because-
but they're not changing it though. That's the whole thing. Is that they don't even know. So here's the problem: whether it's Fox News, whatever, they fucked themselves so hard now they can't even change the messaging. I mean, you got to remember, like you got Sean Hannity, you got Tucker Carlson just talking. Don't take masks. They're taking your freedoms away. Blah blah. Well, they've been saying that for a year.
Well,
Now
they're
it's like
killing their viewers.
Yeah. So now what are they going to do? What are they going to just
So
turn?
you're
and go,
just going to watch Rachel Maddow's numbers, and it'll be Tucker Carlson, Rachel Maddow, just like this. It doesn't make any sense. And my thing is, I know a lot of people are angry like you, and you just say, fine, die, but I don't want people to die. I wish people would just wake up and
Yeah.
take care of themselves
Yeah.
and my grandma.
I do understand that is a weird, but there's a point like, okay, I don't want anybody to die, be clear. But at one point, if you're so dumb with all the evidence that has been presented, and you're showing me a blog from a housewife that says ivermectin is bad, who's not even a doctor anymore, or ivermectin is good for you, and basically snake bite. That was another thing came out. Snake bites will help get rid of the snake bite. I'm like, and I thought someone's planning to kill all these people. Someone just like there's an information thing on the side of stealth black ops. Let's just give it all these
The
idiots.
Democrats are really
yeah.
dark.
So if you know that what you're doing is filling ICUs, just filling ICUs with people, and kids with cancer can't get saved, and people who need life-saving operations, whether it's a kidney transplant or whatever, cannot get a bed because your fucking dumbass wouldn't take a vaccine, I have to be honest with you. I kind of go, well, then hurry up and die so we can actually help the people that did the right thing. In America, if I'm telling you, do the right thing. Listen, here, you know what I got taught by my dad? You know what I got taught by my father? Do your job. Do your fucking job. And by the way, you take every consequence for what you didn't do. If you didn't do it right, you take the consequence. And you take the consequence. All these people on their last breath before they're being intubated are saying, oh my God, I should have taken the vaccine.
But part of our job is to help our fellow man, right?
True. We tried. I do all the time. Take the vaccine. Get a vaccine.
But there's no expiration date on that. I mean, certainly, yes, I do think it's stupid. And I do think that, it is terrifying. That noise is really awful.
So they're now jackhammering next door where they took the building down, and we're hearing it in the studio, which is a soundstage insulated. Yeah. That's how bad it is. Go ahead.
I do think, some of the things that have come out, like Delta is charging $200 more a month for their employees' health insurance if they're not vaccinated. I mean, companies and hospitals taking a stand. I do think hospitals should have reserved beds for people for other things like that. But
they can't. So then they have to turn COVID patients away.
I just don't want people to die.
I don't want people to die either. But here's the thing: your body, your choice. Do you see the second part of that? Your choice. You chose. We have a free vaccine set up in parking garages across the country. Anywhere you could have gone and got it. You can drive to a CVS and get a shot. You refuse to do that. Your choice.
I know, but I keep telling you, these people are listening to disinformation. They think they're doing their job by watching the news, and they're being told by Tucker Carlson and Sean Hannity and Laura Ingraham this dumb shit. Like, take ivermectin. The vaccine it binds to your DNA and changes your DNA. And so I just think people are being fed horseshit.
Okay.
Hey.
All right. Okay. But I'm also in the world
Go
too.
ahead.
I'm in the world too. And I have a phone like you do, and I just go, is this real? Ivermectin, what does it do? Oh, it's an anti-parasitic. It's not an antiviral, so I should probably take the vaccine. It's not. There's no critical thinking. At one point, you let adults make their own decision, especially they keep saying it's their body, their choice.
At some point, I think it's not about, I don't care that people are dying.
Right.
It's, I have to allow myself to go, I can't continue if you are not going to, you have to participate in this.
Yeah.
If you're not going to do it anymore, I've done all I can, and I don't know how to help you anymore.
It's been a year and a half.
I have to let it go.
I know we're not trying to convince you. I'm not saying, I get that it's callous. I get that it's callous. I get that it's callous for me to say. But when I saw that kid, there was that post that mom made. She drove her son, who has cancer. He has leukemia. He went to treatment, and he's in the back of the car.
You're such an easy target, though, man.
No, no.
And what you don't
stop. This is a true story. Stop.
I know that, but I'm saying we've talked about it. But what I'm saying is, like, what you're seeing on your phone. People, don't be deluded into thinking that this is the truth, or this on your social media, or what you see when you do Google searches. It's all specifically tailored to you.
True that.
And who you follow and what you've looked up. You know this. It's all an algorithm. It's not true.
Do you know what the proof of that is?
So they live in a different space than you and I live in. And I'm not saying it's right. And I'm not saying that there haven't been moments where some of those people have been faced with evidence and they've not believed it. But I'm just saying that it is a different reality than the one that you're in. So you're seeing mom crying, cancer kid can't get into the hospital, right? That's not what they're seeing when they open their social media. They're seeing, I told you guys, I looked up Gab because my dad is like, my stepmother's on Gab. I didn't know what Gab was. It's insane. Right. It is a complete alter reality where Donald Trump can still be on social media and Stephen Miller has an account. Yes, it's Marjorie Taylor Greene and Matt Gaetz came up on the front page.
Right.
Donald Trump. I mean, it's not what we're seeing. And so I agree with you, but I'm just saying you have to take that into account.
I know, but yes, and agreed. Agreed. But when you lock yourself down to an ideology and you stop looking for facts and you stop looking for what's really going on, like when ivermectin came up, the first thing I did was I researched ivermectin. We were in DC. I researched it for like 3 days, and I found out that even the company that makes ivermectin saying, "Don't take this for COVID. Stop. If you have a dengue river fever, fine, because it's an anti-parasitic, not an antiviral." So when the company that makes the drug comes out, and that's all over the internet, it's Merck says don't take this, and you fucking continue to take it, at one point it's no longer listen, if I'm a fireman and I pull you out of the fire and you fucking run back in the house and I pull you out again, saying like
smoke doesn't affect you.
Dude, it's just a little bit warm, it's a dry heat, and you run back in again.
I get it.
Fuck it.
But,
like at one point,
I mean, really, where we really first started seeing massive obvious evidence of this was during the Trump administration,
right?
When
Kellyanne
Kellyanne Conway came out on the news and said the truth is not the truth. What you see is not the truth.
Alternative facts, she said out loud.
Alternative facts. And so Donald Trump and his whole
clown car.
Yeah. Yes. They jumped on this idea to try and make him look better because I think they thought it was going to go away maybe and it wouldn't be that big of a deal. And so they started discrediting everything to do with stopping COVID or COVID being something that we had to take serious. And even Dr. Fauci has a security detail now because people are trying to kill him, which is insane. He's just a doctor.
Not only that, but he's a doctor who helped stop AIDS. Like the AIDS and dude, you're getting laid because of Dr. Fauci. Shut up. Let the man have some peace.
Right. So you lay a foundation of that, right? COVID is not that serious. And they got shit hammered with that. And then now here we are a year and a half later where it's that foundation is so deeply ingrained underneath all these other things now. Snakes, ivermectin, healthy people don't get it.
Don't they have data though? Don't they have numbers, spreadsheets?
But that's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't know how to look for that, don't believe it. They've been told.
Deep state.
They have been told by Deep State, can't trust the FDA.
The radio guys
My sister said to me, can't trust the FDA. My sister has a PhD. She's brilliant. Can't trust the FDA. Can't trust the CDC. They're all colluding to try and, they're trying to make money and take us down.
Which one do you want to trust? The ones that are dying or the ones that are living?
From a free vaccine?
We should disband the FBI and the CIA and the NSA because they're all infiltrated with deep state trying to subvert the government.
Perfect,
I'm just saying, do you hear how, so it's this hysteria, this mania, and those things I just listed, that's only some of them.
Thank you for
That's only some of them. And there's so much more, but those are all true. I didn't exaggerate any of those. Those are true. Those are government agencies put in place to protect you in various ways, whether it's law enforcement or your health or whatever. And they have been taught now, all of these people through their politicians, most all of them except for two, their news stations, all of them. They are being told, their pastors, so that...
If you guys hear that, by the way, still jackhammering.
He had eggs for breakfast.
And they're not moving.
Excuse me.
They're definitely not moving. This is the worst.
But he's trying.
I'm trying, but boy.
So do you see what I mean? We're now there at ivermectin because they're looking for something to protect them, because they don't even remember that underneath they just don't believe that COVID is really real or serious. Do you know what I mean? It's like so much
but here's the thing.
Propaganda.
But yes, and you're giving people an excuse to be fucking morons.
No.
Yes, you're saying because you're saying that these grown humans people, because they've been fed this by these bullshit guys. It's throughout history, by the way.
I'm not. I'm saying we have to take that into account. Do I still think they're stupid? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but take into account, okay, up till the line, you're gonna hurt me. I will take it into account up till you're not wearing the mask in the Ralphs when we know the Delta variant, like the R whatever they call it's called R rating. Like the normal first one would infect 2 people. The R rating on Delta is like 8.
Yeah, it's 8.
So it's 8 people. So you can actually fuck up an entire room full of people if you have the Delta variant of COVID.
With these numbers, I would think that everybody, especially on the right, knows somebody who died or got it or something.
Or listen to the radio program of the guy who died.
Right.
They're over-reporting the numbers.
But
They're
I'm saying
actually proving
personal,
the
anecdotal. They know somebody personally, right?
Well, we're going to get to that
We
point.
do.
And that's what I told him. I said, that's why this is such a bankrupt system. All of the stuff that they're believing and following is a bankrupt system, because ultimately the only way for them to believe in it is for them to die, or for their husband and wife to
It's
die.
their last breath. They're like, okay,
Yeah.
I believe
oh,
it.
shit, I was wrong.
Should've
And then
taken
you
the
die.
vaccine.
That's the only thing that can
Yep.
change their minds.
But I've even seen that where they interviewed a guy, his wife had died, and they said, "Are you taking the vaccine?" Oh, hell no. I'm like, and I just go, you know what, man? God bless. You know what? Hey, you know what? Do whatever.
If you're going to stay within this closed ecosystem and you're not going to pop your head out at this point, in this timeline of this pandemic, then, I think I'm with Biden on this.
I'm letting you run back in the
man.
house. Dude, you want to go in the house on fire again? All right, sorry.
my feelings
I
are
pulled you out
changing.
3 times. I pulled you out 3 times, bro. And you're running back in again?
I'm not saying it's an excuse. I'm saying it's something that we have to consider that is happening in this country, especially, and getting worse.
Yes.
And so
Well, they're taking...
I don't see a stop to it. I thought that when Biden got in office that I knew like it, wasn't going to turn instantly, but I did think that people would realize, just like Obama, he was going to be the Antichrist. Well, it didn't happen. So, I thought people would just be like, oh, okay, this isn't that bad. And, oh, yeah, the disease is pretty horrible and my Nana died. But it's not. It's getting worse. And it's being promoted by Fox, Newsmax, OAN, Matt Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Jim Jordan, all of them. And so it's ramping up. We're having another rally about the insurrection at the site of the insurrection.
We're having a pro-insurrection
It's
rally.
like, it feels
At the
like
site of the
the
insurrection.
train is off the rails and
Yeah,
we can't
sure.
stop it,
You know what would keep me back on the rails, though? When I have some good food. I think when I have good food, I think what keeps me on the rails is truff hot sauce.
We've been talking so much. We haven't even done our ads. Yes, truff. You were so excited when you asked me last
I'm sorry.
night.
Don't just say, yeah, truff.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, truff.
That's how you say it.
You know what made me mad is that we had friends over on Sunday, and we made steak from one of our and I forgot the truff, and I
Throw it out. Do you have to throw it out?
No, I made
Dinner's over.
I ate it, and I went later. I would go to bed. I went, oh,
Well,
no,
For real. Yeah.
no.
that was actually Zach that came over, and for his birthday, we gave him truff.
Maybe
Yeah,
that was the truff
yeah.
you thought you had.
So no, we always have truff. We
There's
never don't have truff.
There's never not no truff.
Well, there's always water to keep pouring it in. So
There's a ad slug line. There's never not no truff.
Yeah, never not no truff. In my house, there's never not no truff.
We all love this product. I just think you guys have to try
I like
it.
every
if you haven't.
iteration of the
It's-
product. Not only
I do
that,
too.
then you
Yeah,
go to
that too, yeah.
So then
It's
the
all
other day I
versions.
was feeling I wanted just some protein. So I got some cheese and some
some truff.
turkey, and I got the
This
truff
is
mayonnaise.
this is
truff
your jam
mayonnaise,
right
no
here.
bread, boom, 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 because I want the carbs, boom, boom, boom. Best non-sandwich, animal style sandwich I've ever had.
Everything I
in my life.
make, I
Protein
made
style.
these potatoes Sunday when they came over. He goes, I said,
Those were the best
I
potatoes I've ever
forget.
had.
Don't let him try things because I know what he's going to say. I said, what do you think? Is that good? Or does it need anything else? And he
awesome.
goes, you know what that needs? And I just went, no.
The mashed potatoes. I told her mix a tablespoon of
blend it in.
Yes, a little bit of
yeah.
pop, just to pop the mashed potatoes. Truff is the best hot sauce I've ever had in my life. Not a big fan. Could take it or leave.
I love the mayonnaise, spicy mayonnaise, the regular mayonnaise.
And what about the
pasta
oil we
sauce.
used on the oil used on the pasta sometimes?
Yep.
Oh my god!
Get some fresh pasta and take the truffle oil and grind fresh salt and pepper and red pepper flakes.
Yep.
A little bit of grated Parmesan. Man.
People, I'm not kidding. Truff. It's not just the hot sauce. They've crossed the line. And again, I could take or leave hot sauce before truff.
Yeah.
Now.
You
I
never eat
cannot leave
hot sauce on stuff like this. I never, in your whole time I've known you, have known you to. That's why I was really kind of surprised at first because speaking of hysteria, the two of you,
infused with truffle
the
oil,
mania.
and it's so good.
Anybody comments that's hey, I don't want to hear about the hot sauce talk, but you know what? That's because you haven't tried it.
On the comments,
Okay.
I know. Sometimes
That's because you haven't tried it yet.
We've had some other advertisers that we really loved and we really use their products, and we've had that where man, I didn't use your stuff for years because you guys kept talking about it, and I just got some, and Damn, I missed out for years. Yeah, that's right. We're not morons.
Yeah.
It's time to start thinking about Christmas presents, and like the white truffle truff comes in like an Apple products kind of slide off box presentation. Awesome gift to have around for people that you didn't plan on showing up,
But you also
or
that
people that you love.
That uncle that barbecues.
They also have the set.
Yeah, but we all have that relative that like if you like hot sauce, they'd be like, what is this?
You just have extras
Yeah,
for the
So
surprises.
get 15% off site-wide plus free shipping with promo code Titus at truff.com. That's 15% off everything at Truff, TRUFF as in fire. They changed it. .com, promo code Titus. It used to be Truff as in fantastic. Now it's fire.
2 F's in fire.
Yeah.
Truff is awesome AF.
We I think we ordered a place, one of our favorite places, Hugo's, and we had it, and I was putting on everything, and the fries, that's what it was. And I had for some reason to put some of the hot, and she just goes, yeah, it's really building. And she said,
It does. The hot one does build. The red one
Start sweating.
yeah.
It tastes so good though. He picks up fries from Hugo's. We picks up dinner, but he gets fries, and we have this thing where we dump them in the plastic lid and then put the truff on the side, and then we both stand over it for like 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, they're like shake it up to mix it up.
No, we're just
No,
like,
because then they'd get soggy. Can't let fries get soggy. Anyway.
what were we talking about? I want to remind everybody, and I brought it up in the argument. Aliens.
You brought it up in the argument.
On the Armageddon update. The aliens are like, the government acknowledged that we have space ships that we don't fucking know what they are, and that nobody on the planet, they can't prove it's anybody. And this is how fucked up the world is right now. The government has announced and acknowledged that there are craft flying around doing impossible shit that we don't have technology, that nobody on the planet has technology for. How do I know that? Because they would have already taken us over. If anybody else had that technology, they would just go whoop, whoop, and it done. And everything on the planet is so fucked up with COVID and wars and the hatred, the political divide, the right, these fascists coming out, that they went, aliens are here, and we went, yeah, we're kind of fucking busy right now.
Exactly.
We got all this other shit going on. But thanks. Good to know.
That's what I mean. The news cycle just moves on, and maybe people were able to not pay attention to the fact that there's aliens here because they're using feels, which helps reduce anxiety.
Very nice.
And
took me like an
stress.
hour to go, how come she's not kicking off the ads?
Because her
usually
face
does?
is packed with something, and she can't even, like, I'm hearing my own heartbeat in my eyelids right now. It's like, boom, boom.
That's that noise.
Yeah.
That
It's
noise.
her eyelids.
It's her eyelids.
I am like, oh, today is not a good day. Feels, if you don't know already, is premium CBD
wonder if that's
delivered
why I'm
directly
dreaming
to your
more.
doorstep. I wondered about that. Naturally helps reduce stress, anxiety, pain, and sleeplessness. You just put a few drops under your tongue, feel it within minutes. I do a couple drops.
This freaks me out because it's one of those things that takes about 30, 45 minutes. I'll be stressed. I was stressed this morning working on this stuff for the Armageddon update, and I'll take feels, and about 45 minutes later, I just notice, everything's okay.
It helps with sleeplessness for sure.
Yep.
There's no hangover. There's
And
no
calm.
addiction. It's all natural.
How often
Stop taking
can
that
he
other
take it?
crap you're taking.
You want
curious.
me to amp it up? How often can he take it? Can we just amp up the dosage?
I'm going to install a
tad?
mist
Actually-
in his office.
Mister.
Actually-
I'm feels Mister.
Hit a button.
I'm like, come in. Hey, hi. What are you working on?
Actually, if you want an answer to that question, Feels has a free CBD hotline that you can call and ask questions to. So call the
What's the
hotline.
number?
CBD oil mister is one of the best ideas I've ever heard, man. That's that's killed. Hopefully people that come to your party amped up and they're just like, no, we're good.
Yeah. Police don't need pepper spray. They just need...
Feels.
we got this guy.
Yeah, no
Calm
one's
down,
angry
fella.
anymore. They're like, what the fuck? Bro, what am I doing?
I don't need all this.
My sign is misspelled. They walk away.
So it's
Maybe
self-care,
Biden
you
is
guys.
president.
So you can start feeling better today with Feels. Become a member by going to feels.com/Titus, and you get 50% off your first order with free shipping. That's FEALS.com/Titus to become a member and get 50% automatically taken off your first order with free shipping.
It will definitely help you chill.
Feels.com/Titus.
Speaking of, he brought something up in a funny way, but I'll bring it to you. Ray, how do we?
Is he speaking English?
Sorry. Oh,
in
my
head.
head. By the way, in my head, I heard everything I said.
Can you hear what you just said?
Yes.
And how did you?
That's
I speak it. I'm like a dentist.
What
Oh,
he
you
just,
learn, yeah.
What
Yeah.
he just said really goes to what you were saying as an argument. They won't even believe that the president is the president. They've had the top Trump guys come out and go, no, we couldn't find any election fraud at all. And they're still, I mean, I still read it every day.
From their guys.
Yeah.
Who said it?
But Trump said those guys were lying. Those guys were
The guys were
deep-state.
his guys who he said were telling the truth the entire time. But all of a sudden when they say that, no, dude,
I
you're
know.
like,
Again, I say it's cognitive dissonance. But again, I say him. That's the guy that we're gonna not
cognitive
believe.
dissidence, like I make up words.
Dissonance.
Dissidents.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Deodorants.
Cognitive dissonance. Like I'm making
You
up words.
said
What kind of word
dissidence.
is that? Cognitive dissonance. You're just putting shit together. It's not a word.
You made that up.
It's two
I mean,
words
you're
actually.
trying to be. You're
but-
super smart. Don't.
Cognitive dissonance, by the way,
Cognitive distances.
makes you believe things that are far away and closer. And you say, no,
Or actually-
that's way far away. And you say, no, it's closer. That's cognitive distances.
It's closer than it appears.
Yes. I have that mirror.
We all do. Dennis. So Zach can do the Dennis voice, and Zach's wife Jen can do the Denise voice. So we had a evening filled with Dennis on Sunday
yeah,
night. It was all Dennis all night long.
Yeah, we were arguing Dennis and Denise, and she's really funny with it. She's really funny.
One of these days, we need to just a hard cut to Zach. Just is doing it.
No,
he's sitting
no,
here. doing
Jen
this.
is going to come and do Denise. We've already asked her, and tell him what Denise
really-
says whenever Dennis proves her wrong.
By the way, Denise, what you've just said is factually incorrect, and the way it would work would be this way. First of all, it's A, B, C, D, and then that's how it works. You actually went D to Z, and it doesn't work that way. So do you understand? And she goes, sweet. She did.
and she just looks
The
away.
way she handled it was like, we laughed so hard. Like, that would totally be Dennis's favorite thing, that she never argues with him. She goes, oh, that's the way it goes? Sweet. I know that. Sweet.
I actually thought she was more just tuning him out. Like she just whatever. Denise is in her
Dismissed
own
him.
world. Yeah, she
that's
dismisses Dennis.
We will have Dennis's girlfriend on the podcast soon enough.
She does need to pop in.
Yeah, she does. She does. So you can't explain to these people, if these people won't believe the election was real, if they will not believe.
What do they believe? What do they
believe? That hurricanes are created by the government. There's a HARP thing. They
do?
Yes. There's a base up in Alaska, the HARP, AAR, whatever it is. They believe that it creates weather. They actually believe that the vaccine is shooting a chip into you to control you. Now, but you said, this is weird, when you brought the layers up, it's really, if you dug into the sedimentary layers of the stupid that's gone on in the last year and a half since Trump, 5 years, you see that they believe that Hillary was evil, like literally, the base level. Hillary was running a pedophile ring in a pizza parlor basement. Mm-hmm. One of them, she's really rich, and so is her husband. But she chose a pizza parlor basement to run a pedophile ring of. Then they found out that the pizza parlor didn't have a basement. So, and then there's another layer.
They moved on.
They moved on. That's what you brought up. They just keep stacking these layers, and they never go back to go, oh, that's not fucking real. That never happened. And they just keep stacking a new layer.
Well, now there's not so much denial that COVID isn't real, because that was it in the beginning. Remember, it's fake. It's made up by the Democrats. Trump even said, I promise you this, on November the 3rd, it'll just go away.
Ted
You'll
Cruz
never
said that.
hear about it again once the election's
Ted
over.
Cruz said that.
So, but then that wasn't true, and so they just moved on. We're never going back and going, wait a minute, you know what? That was wrong. I mean, even I still think about Trayvon Martin a lot. You know, how effed he got by these people in the media and on social media, even family members of mine. It's when I unfollowed some of them because it's just horrible.
Why you walk into the neighborhood with a hoodie on? Because it was
Racist
raining?
shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was nighttime.
Yeah,
And
it's cold.
And so then, you know, George Zimmerman gets off and then proceeds to start his life of crime, of beating women and arrests and DUIs
Car
and all this
chases.
crazy shit.
I didn't hear anything about that.
And
Is that true?
No one goes back and goes, wow, we were wrong. And maybe we should reevaluate, you know, some of the other news we've gotten from this Facebook site or whatever. I mean, it's so many things. So now COVID's real, but the vaccine's bad, so you take ivermectin. So, but
It's
I'm
very
like, no, no, no.
It's very cultish.
But in the beginning, you said COVID wasn't real. You said
Right.
that it was made up. It was the plandemic. That was how Democrats were going to take back the presidency. The plandemic. Remember your word? No, nobody. Okay.
Anybody? You remember that? No, we didn't. Yes, you did. Also, they keep saying that we don't know what's in it. It's not approved. Well, so now it's approved by the FDA.
Can't trust the FDA.
And they can't trust the FDA. It's like the sedimentary layers of stupid.
Not enough time.
Is so thick.
Rushed it through. But they also were like, Operation Warp Speed, genius, warp speed, super fast. And now they're like, well, can't trust it. It got rushed through.
But they'll go to a drug that the drug company makes. It's like, well, no, we don't want to make money. When's the last time you heard a drug company go, no, we don't want to make money. No,
Don't buy
don't
it.
take that.
Yeah.
Please don't buy that. And yet they'll take that shit or whatever it is to stop something. COVID vaccine, I don't know what's in it. Well, yeah, actually there's a list of ingredients you can just look up. Clickety clack.
Can't look it up on the CDC website though, because they're liars. They're deep state. Fauci, he tried to take money from China, and I'd like to know more about that money.
The only person we know that has a Chinese bank account was Donald Trump.
Hey, fake news, fake.
But that's another layer, like the sedentary layers.
So any
of
proof that
stupid.
you give them that was reported in the media, that's fake news. That's what I mean. I mean, he did the magician tablecloth trick. He pulled the foundation out.
He gave him
of
a universal
everything.
out. A universal out.
But
Fake
it's
news,
fear
not real.
and mania. It's can't trust anybody. Can't trust any group or organization or agency that was put there and that's been there for decades to
Right.
protect you. Can't trust even news outlets that are there to report on. And look, I hear all of them be slanted and some way more than others. But there are places you can go that aren't so biased to get your news.
Where?
Well, I happen to enjoy BBC.
I like the BBC.
Some more international news. I have BBC and NPR on my phone. But then I told my
NPR is really lefty.
doctor that NPR, and he told me they were anti-Semitic. So I was like, shit. So
No, they're not.
look, everybody has an opinion about everything. So BBC is what I've been looking at, and they do report more globally, which is more interesting.
Wait, what does the N stand for?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, that's wild.
Or the P.
Yeah. Not with the R. You can't use the R word anymore either.
Yeah. Right? Oh, man.
I like that you
I
both
think you're onto
agreed with
something.
P, and neither of you can think of anything that starts with P that would be racist.
Well, Texas
but you
knows-
both were like,
Oh yeah, I can think of something with P starts with P. It's racist. One of the biggest countries in the world. Yeah, starts with P. If you say it, it's racist. It's like the N word.
Poland?
India or Pakistan. Paki. If you say that, that's like
Oh,
a bad
Paki,
word.
yeah,
It's a
that
bad
is.
word.
I first heard that word when I lived in Canada. I didn't know what it was.
No,
I thought
see,
it was
you said
someone
all
that
the time.
packed
That's
like
ice packing.
U-Haul
Ice.
people.
Oh.
They
We're
pack-
dumb
they
as a
pack
group.
you- they
Like
pack
I
you the
listen to
furniture.
some of my brain just goes, "Well, you guys are
No,
stupid.
I didn't know what it
You guys
was.
are all dumb."
A pack. Like I was like a pack. It's like it was a cute nickname
That's
for
a football
movers.
team.
At one point,
By the way, stay healthy, stay ahead, get your shots, and take your vitamins. Ritual Vitamins
Ritual.
brought this podcast to you as well. My Ritual delivery is supposed to be here today or tomorrow, I believe. I paused yours for one round, which you can do, which
'Cause I
is
got behind.
awesome. You did get a little behind.
Do you know what I'm doing? I'm switching. I'm taking because we have them in a cabinet in the kitchen, and sometimes I go in the morning, I get ready, and I grab my bag and I come out to the shop. Sorry, not in the morning. I said the morning. I'm sorry. I'm usually here later than you, but I'm here till 10.
Well, it's
and then I come in
your
at
morning.
1.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
my
Yes,
morning.
yes.
Yeah.
And I'm taking my ritual vitamins. I'm putting them in the bathroom now. So they're right there in the morning in my drawer.
You
so
know
I
what
got
you
'em.
should do?
Take
What
vitamins.
didn't you hear exactly where he should put them?
Here at the shop.
The bag, in your bag, in your
Oh, that's
computer
a good
bag,
point.
which you take everywhere you go.
That's true.
So at any point you reach in to get your computer
I
charger,
got 'em, yeah.
yep, you'll take them.
That's a good point. All right, that going. Yeah.
We also had a couple smoothies this week with Ritual
Mm-hmm.
protein powder, vegan protein powder.
Because protein is protein, people. People get so weird about vegan protein as opposed to whey protein, but vegan protein is healthier and the field stuff. I mean, the ritual stuff's great.
It's excellent. It's
Yeah.
not grainy, which I can't say enough. Never happens with
you
vegan
know,
protein.
She says it every time
I
she
have
brings
to
me a
say it
smoothie.
every time. And I love the vanilla flavor of theirs. It's really good. It's a big bag that you get. It's made traceable. You're supporting your daily health. It's clean. It's plant-based. And you can get the one specifically designed to support your stage of life, 18 plus, pregnancy, postpartum, 50 plus. Like they actually really tailor it to your needs. It's 20 grams of pea protein plus a complete amino acid profile made with essential choline to fill in dietary gaps. So back in the day when I was doing fitness shows, you could not find a non-dairy protein powder with 20 grams of protein. Do you remember those days? It wasn't possible. You just weren't going to get your protein. All whey protein has 20 grams a scoop.
Right. Yeah.
No vegan did. It would be like 9, 6.
Yep.
You'd be like, really? I'm getting a lot of carbs and no protein. They cracked the code, people. 20 grams of protein per scoop. It's ideal. It's what you want. They have an awesome handcrafted vanilla flavor, and they use direct from farmer vanilla bean. I just like how great this product is.
The company overall, man, you can trace all the ingredients. You're not.
That's what
you
I
know,
like. No added sugar, alcohol.
My pea's not lime green.
Soy-free,
When I take the
gluten-free.
vitamins, that's a plus.
Non-GMO ingredients. So it's at every stage. This is a really high quality product. So shake up your ritual to make trying something new less scary. Ritual offers a money-back guarantee if you're not 100% in love. Plus, listeners of the podcast get 10% off throughout your first 3 months. So all you have to do is visit ritual.com/Titus to add essential protein today. That's ritual.com/Titus. It's a great website that they have. You can go and see all of this supply chain and everything, but also, like I said, you can go and look at our delivery. So it's your vitamins, my vitamins, the protein powder, and I was able to snooze your vitamins for 1 month,
So I can catch
keep
up.
mine coming, keep the protein coming. Yeah, it's great. Or you can slide the delivery a week over if you're like, oh, I got one little bit behind. It's really great.
But also sometimes we'll be on the road and I'll forget them. You know, we'll pack to go on
That's
the road and
why
I forget them.
we
I'm like,
do,
ah, come on.
That's a good tagline. Put it in your bag, Titus.
Yeah. It's a good. I'm doing that because I always feel better the next day, and it's just one of those better overall good feelings of being when I take my vitamins, like a
Yes.
good boy. Always being a good boy. Yeah. So I'm going to disagree with you. I think today I'm going to disagree with you on.
That's your summation?
No, I'll go back to the subject matter about these people. At one point, it's not even. I'm on Twitter. I'm getting a lot of people saying this. They're saying I don't. It's hard for me to even have compassion anymore for these people that will not. I was miming Twitter.
You're on a PlayStation or something?
Yeah.
The way he
Say that
tweets
again.
it's
These
a,
people.
it's
These
old
people.
You're a gamer.
school.
Let
Nintendo.
me,
yeah,
for God's sakes. These people.
It's on his BlackBerry.
It's hard for me to have empathy for these people if you're not willing to be part of the team. This doesn't work unless we all work together. And that goes across the board. That goes with COVID. That goes with economically. That goes with climate change. And say what why are we calling it climate change? Climate catastrophe is what I'm calling it. We saw a storm, like Ray said, go into New Orleans, and then was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go all the way across the country on this side and fuck this thing up too. And
They
then
need to get the message too.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna really. That storm did not stop, and cars were off the road. Did you see all those people?
Yeah,
Just
it's
I'm
crazy.
the economic damage. I'm a car
crazy.
guy.
One car water damage.
Yeah.
That just
the thousands of cars. Add that
Yeah.
up. Those people will never. That car's never going to run again. It'll never be okay. And they lost money. There was did you see out in the Bronx? It was like all these people had just taken all their shit and put it on the street. They were getting bodies out because people couldn't get out of their basement apartments, and it happened so fast. They had to get bodies out of basement
Oh my
apartments.
God.
That's
the new Craigslist ad for cars. It's like minimal water damage.
yeah, minimum. Yeah,
Free.
$800.
Only up to the windows.
Yeah, 2021 BMW M.
Other than that, like new.
Yeah.
We got to do our free Craigslist segment.
All right, we'll do
soon.
that. So next week we do free Craigslist. That's what we'll do. You can bring it up right now if you want.
No, I think we need to pre-select our favorites, like the ones we saved to your
Okay, guys,
desktop.
next week.
We sat in bed howling one night. Couldn't breathe. We were laughing so hard over free Craigslist. And we screenshot our 3 favorites. And so I think we need to pull those out and maybe find a couple. It's amazing is what it is. We actually were telling Zach and Jen about it on Sunday night, and Zach was laughing. Of course, Zach always laughs when he's with you. He and Zach get together, and it's like, oh.
He's my buddy. He's my brother. Yeah.
He is your buddy.
He's my brother. It's funny. My real brother is not my brother, and yet Zach is my brother. The guy who I called my brother for years doesn't even call. Although I have to admit this. We got an argument when Trump was president. We got an argument, and he texted me some shit about it, and I texted him back, and I just read the text today, and I thought, oh, wow, when I'm harsh, I am fucking harsh, man. So I did.
Willing to share that text?
I think I might
screenshot.
You deleting it doesn't make him not have it anymore.
No, it's for my guilt. It's not to do with it. No, I delete text sometimes just because I don't want evidence that I was an
Deep
asshole.
State has it. They have.
Yeah, I know they have. Of course they have.
Call them up.
It'll never go away.
It doesn't go away. It was hard. It was really harsh to the point where I was like, "Wow, dude." Yeah, I deleted it.
But that's what I mean. It's like. I've said this before on here, and it was just such an aha moment for me when I was on that girls' trip that I ruined by vomiting. And a lot.
You can't. You don't even want to bring
we don't have time for that.
Yeah,
Next week.
It's
Craigslist and vomit.
Just what I'm saying is I'm a lot of fun. And it was the night before the explosion.
You fall? Oh.
And we were all drinking in the kitchen, and Jeannie's a friend of ours that lives in Seattle. She was Mahogany's first partner in probation. They, as 22, 23-year-old, brand new federal probation officers, their area was Compton. And so Jeannie's just a badass. And we were talking about some people in my family that I do care about having a relationship with. How could I reconcile them being Trump supporters and just not just because it was Trump, but because of the policies that they were supporting by supporting him. And she finally turned to me and she goes, "Are you going to let him take that from you too?" And I was like, what? She said, "He's already taken so much from all of us. Are you going to let him have that too, that relationship with your blank?" And I thought, no, I'm not. And it takes work. I have to stay in it every day, and when I hear something, be like, nope, and really focus on not discussing it when I'm with that person. But no, I'm not going to let him have that too.
Free 800 carousel slide projector.
You can't do this.
We've got TVs that go for ever. They're like for 6K TVs, and you got a slide projector. That's free.
We got to pull the ones out that we found because people, I love
Medela
people.
breast pump.
Minimal use.
Here's the thing. You have to drive to pick this stuff up. You have to show up to pick up the things that I'm not going to give away.
I'm going to go get that
we
breast
saw.
pump.
So anyway, let's wrap this up.
Guys, thanks for watching and listening to the Titus Podcast. Do me a favor. Go out and do the right thing for everybody. If it helps all of us, it helps all of us. You don't have to like them, but if it helps all of us, we all get back to normal faster. Get vaccinated. Wear your mask until this is over. Because if you don't, it'll never be over.
And maybe try and encourage the people that you care about instead of screaming at them or telling them that they're stupid.
She's talking to me.
It doesn't mean in general. It's not working that way. So let's try that.
Oh, it's funny because okay, I'm going to talk about it. If you guys want to watch any of our videos, go to Christopher Titus TV on YouTube. There's all the episodes of Titus. There's 8 of my comedy specials until we're finally out of this. And the new show will be in Denver next week. Come see the show in Denver. Everybody has to be vaccinated or have a test, right? Or is it all vaccinated?
Go to Comedy Works website. There was a date. There was a date where it was vaccination and test, and then there's a date where that changes to vaccination only. I think we're within test or vaccination. Right?
So you got to be vaccinated, guys. Just get vaccinated.
I'm headlining the Wednesday, the 15th.
Yay, Rachel,
so
yay.
Come out for that.
Also, guys, you want to see her special. You want to see Alpha Chick. It will be on her website tomorrow, actually.
It will?
Yeah. That's what you said. No,
I'm fine. I want it to be.
He said it's ready, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to go watch Rachel's first was it hour 10 minute, hour 15 minutes comedy
Sure.
special. Yeah, and then at the show we're going to be doing new one on the 25th. Do me a favor, please, people. We don't ask for Patreons or anything, but because everybody is now getting a little more scared because we have over 150,000 cases a day. More than 1,000. Actually, the average was 1,500 people dying a day again. We are doing another live stream show here at Combustion Lounge. It's going to be on September 25th. That's Saturday. Get your tickets at ChristopherTitus.com. Sign up, watch it, and you'll see my new show and her new material.
And you'll have 48 hours to watch it after that day if you can't watch it live.
Right, and then we're gonna kill it forever because that's not the final.
Yeah, no, we're both, yeah.
We have our
It's going
material.
to change a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Also, you want to go to hear the Hylinders album, Misanthroptics? Go to.
Well.
Thank you. Go to
TheWillingBureau.com.
Yeah, the Traveling Wilburys with featuring Ken Hyland.
Somebody
Someone just said, yeah. That's why I brought it up.
sent us an email and said that they have it playing on repeat. They love the album.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Where will they get it, Ken?
Spotify, iTunes.
Misanthroptics.
Yes, sir.
It's great, man. I have some. We actually, he lets us use some of the music for our stuff.
Yeah.
I like it, man. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And my opinions are mine alone. You don't have to enjoy them, but you do have to keep listening. For myself, the lovely Bombshell and the Hylinder. Later.
Peace out. I would like children's nursery music.
There can be only one Hylinder.
The only one Hylinder.
There can be only one Titus Podcast.